Alright, welcome back to the Joy of Gay Sex series, you guys. And I was going to talk about depression, but I instead was going to talk about domestic violence because domestic violence even happens in the gay world. It happens in all kinds of genres, straight, lesbian, gay. Happens all the time, 24/7, all across the world, but it needs to be talked about, of course. So, let's find out what they say about domestic violence, you guys. Lover battery is a form of domestic violence that is no different in its origins or effects than wife beating and child beating. Battery usually begins with occasional slap or loving punch, often explained away as not meant. Apologies and even lovemaking may immediately follow the abuse. As the batterer finds himself getting away with it, his lover finds the abuse increasing week after week, with the alleged reason for the slap or kick or punch becoming increasingly more trivial. As the battering continues, the lover finds himself fearing punishment for any behavior not approved on by his battering partner. He finds himself doing virtually everything to please his lover and to avoid being hit. He also finds himself in the odd and humiliating position of making alibis for, lying about, and even excusing his lover's behavior to others who notices the bruises. Now remember, you guys, this can go for straight couples as well, so if you guys are listening and you're straight, yeah. He may even come to blame himself for his stupidity and his ineptitude, which is, after all, why his lover tells him he is being hit. A loving chastisement geared towards making him a better person, a more appropriate lover. At last, the battered lover finds himself living in fear for life and limb. You are unable to tear himself away from the man who passively kisses him one minute and severely punishes him the next. What is really going on in such a relationship? Doubtless some form of homophobia. For the batterer, probably it's self-hatred being passed on as hostility towards his partner. For the victim, it could be that his secret fear that he can never be worthy of anyone's love transforms him into a punching bag for someone else's fears and anxieties. Who can become a battered lover? Anyone. A national survey funded by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recently found that a greater number of men than one would think are physically abused by their intimate partners. So don't think it can't happen to you. You can be intelligent, cultured, rich, brilliant, or famous. Who can become a battering lover? Here's the list. It is a bit shorter. The potential exists in many gay men, especially homophobic ones, and those who constantly harbor resentment and hostility towards others, blaming others for their own shortcomings. Alcohol and drugs are often contributing factors. The mix of liquor and hostility is a potent one for physical abuse. Does your partner lose his temper easily? Does he hit objects or pets, break things when angry? Does he verbally abuse you and others? Is he always right and never wrong? Has he become overly jealous and possessive of you? If this picture fits and he's begun hitting you, even if he cries afterward and begs your forgiveness, then it's time to get out of your relationship. And fast. How do you escape? Get a trusted friend to help. You might also call a domestic violence hotline. Do not tell your lover what you're planning. He'll only cry and apologize once again, then he'll harm you worse the next time he's angry, which will likely be soon. Arrange with your trusted helper to get you away from your lover with as many of your belongings as possible. If you must, get out with nothing but the clothes on your back and your ATM card. Do not go to relatives or to people in places where they expect you to go. Find a new place. Make sure your battering lover does not know where you are and that no one tells him where you are. People trying to make peace between you should be asked not to interfere and should not be told where you are staying. Once you are gone, stay away from him. Accept no calls or letters. If you must see him to settle business matters, see him only in a public place, with another person at your side, perhaps an attorney. Never see him alone. It may take a few meetings to persuade him, and yourself too, that you want nothing to do with him. Remember, the rest of your life is at stake. It is more than likely that this guy will move on and find himself a new person to abuse. And you may find yourself will come on and find himself a new person to abuse, and you may find yourself wondering whether to warn the new lover. Whatever your decision, remember where you were at this point in your relationship. The new lover will probably be as unwilling to accept your warning as you were unwilling to listen to your friends. By the way, once you've escaped, join a support group or get counseling so that maybe you can find out why you chose an abusive lover so you don't make the same mistake twice. Sorry guys, I gotta do this real quick. This is saying that I didn't pay my monthly payment, and I did, so I gotta see if it still works. But yeah, it works. Why is it telling me I didn't pay it? Anyway, often both abusers and those who are abused come from families in which abuse was common. But remember, you can break the cycle of violence. Gay and straight male victims of abuse can share their stories at gay-friendly new website, SAFE, which is Stop Abuse for Everyone. It can help you identify, support, and properly refer male victims of domestic violence. It lists services as well as a number of highly qualified professionals ready to help and provide training to law enforcement, healthcare providers, social services, and crisis lines. SAFE also provides a brochure for male victims and their concerned family and friends that identifies typical reactions of abusers and specific advice on domestic violence. So there you go, you guys. 3 very interesting topics today here on the Joy of Gay Sex series. And they're all important. Every topic in this book is important because it's just like a sexual education that everyone does. It's human nature. There's nothing nasty about it unless you want to look at it in a nasty manner, but there's nothing nasty about it. This topic was very important because it happens all the time, and you would think that it doesn't happen in gay men's relationships because, you know, they're gay and they might not fight back or whatever, but yeah, it happens all the time. So gay or straight, it's a very important topic. Everyone should actually look at this subject as a very heightened subject. So anyway, you guys, thank you for tuning in to the Joy of Gay Sex series for today. I will be back tomorrow to talk about a few more topics out of this fabulous book. So thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check out my other YouTube channel, Crossdressing Janice 08. Just look under search and you'll find me. Alright, you guys. Holla back and have a good rest of the day. Holla.